everybody, and welcome to another Teach Me to Code. This is Charles Max Wood, and this week I'm going to show you a really cool feature of RSpec that a friend of mine showed me. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to make a new project here. We're just going to call it RSpec Subjects, and while I'm doing this, I'm just going to apologize for not putting out an episode last week. My wife and I just moved into a new house, and all of my gear was packed up, so I really wasn't in a position to do a recording. Next week I'll be doing the shoulda screencast. Anyway, so let's go ahead and make a directory here that's lib, and another one that's spec. All right, and let's go ahead and just open this up in TextMate. All right, so let's create a new Ruby file. We'll just call this truck.rb, and then here in the spec we'll create truck spec.rb, and let's zoom this in a little bit. All right, great. So in truck here, what we're going to do, in fact, let's do this test driven. Nope, let's not. That way I can just set things up for you. Okay, so we'll create a class, truck, and let's set up an initialize method, and I'm probably spelling that wrong, but it's late and I'm not really worried about it. So it takes a number of cylinders. So cylinders equals cylinders. All right. And then let's go ahead and say V6. And then it'll return at cylinders equals 6, def you know what, let's ask for liters as well. This is the engine size. I'm not a car person, so I'm probably screwing this up, but anyway, so then we can say 3 liter. Oh, it has to start with a letter. Well, you know what? Let's just add this here. Liters. And then let's go down here and let's say def big engine, and let's call it has big engine. How's that? And then we'll say at liters greater than 3.2. Okay, so now we have a class that has a few methods on it. So let's come over here and require file.join, file.dirname, and we'll just truck, and then we'll go ahead and describe truck. Now this is pretty standard RSpec. You have describe truck, and then you can say it should have 3.3 liter engine, So then what we can do is we can say truck.new.should. Well, truck.new.should. That's right, should have a big engine. And we have to give it the cylinders. So let's say it's a 6-cylinder and it's a 3.3 liter. So should have big engine. And then if we switch over to the terminal here and we go spec, then it should go ahead and run and give us a result. And you can see there that it passed. Okay, so here's the interesting thing. Let's go back to truck really quick. And let's set these up so that they initialize to those values. So if we don't specify them, that it effectively will set that up for us, okay? So then we can just do this, truck.new. And if we run RSpec again, then, you know, it passes. So then what we can do here is you can actually leave the string out, you know, because it's pretty self-explanatory. A new truck should have a big engine. Okay, so we come over here, we run the spec, and it passes. Now here's where things get really cool. Okay, the do end is kind of, I don't know, for one line it's kind of silly sometimes. So we'll go ahead, sorry, I keep doing that, it's habit. We'll run the spec, it still passes. Not a big shock. But here's the secret, here's the cool thing, is truck.new is actually implicit when you do this. And what it's doing is it's setting up a subject for this spec right here, this example. And what it is it just calls truck.new. So if you set this up so that you had person, you know, then it would do person.new should have a big engine. So we'll just leave that there like that, and we'll go ahead and run the spec again, and you can see that it just passes right there. Now, what if you want to do something maybe a little bit more complicated than that? Well, what you can do is you can actually do subject truck.new, and let's say we want to give it a 4-cylinder and a 3.0 liter engine. Okay, so then we should have this test fail because now we have a truck with a smaller engine, and you can see right there it expected has big engine to return true, and it got false. So, you know, we can go ahead and change it, and it passes. So that's basically the subject right there. And all it does is it sets up some implicit call to truck.new, and you can set your subject explicitly by doing a quick little thing like this. Jumpstart Lab offers private and corporate training in Ruby, Rails, and related technologies. They are experienced educators, not just good developers, and will get you going quickly. Courses can be scheduled in the US or around the world, and curriculum customized to meet your needs. Learn more at jumpstartlab.com. This episode is sponsored by ClutterPad, the most awesome online project management and collaboration tool ever. Sign up now at www.clutterpad.com.
That was wonderful.
Bravo!
I loved that.
Oh, it was great.
Well, it was pretty good.
Well, it wasn't bad.
Well, there were parts of it that weren't very good, though.
It could have been a lot better.
I didn't really like it.
It was pretty terrible.
It was bad.
It was awful.
It was terrible.
Get him away!
Hey, boo!
Boo!